Ah! Oh, what? How did you not react? Tuesday the 18th of February, we are getting so close. I need to go to work today. I need to go and be a good member of society. I need to get some stuff achieved and do some housework. Fun. Springtime is coming. Work is done, I'm back home. I did not film anything today, really, walk-wise. But you're not missing out on anything, you're fine. We're here, we're talking money today, apparently. What is my current philosophy about money? It's no joke that in this world, you've got most economically developed countries, you've got less economically developed countries. MEDC, LEDC, that's a geographical term for you there. The fact is, the people with the least in the world always seem to be the happiest and the richest in other things. I think it's fairly obvious that even though you've got certain celebrities that have got copious amounts of money and savings and notoriety and success, there's still things they're going through. They're still going through poor mental health. They've still gone through certain human experiences that we all might go through, or some of us might go through at some point in life. Celebrities have even taken their lives, and politicians and designers, whoever, insert here, whoever. No matter how much money you have, it is obvious that it does not fix all of your issues. Now, it fixes a lot of issues, and I'm going to say that now. If I had copious amounts of money, there's a lot of things I would do to make my life easier for myself. We would all do the same thing. We'd all buy houses, we'd all buy maybe holiday homes, holidays in general, buy things for kids, for animals, for families. There's a lot of goods that we would do for money, but there's a lot of material things that we would buy as well. There's a famous quote that says, "Money is the root of all evil." Where I do agree with this in some context, I think the way you use money speaks volumes about what you do as a person. If someone has a lot of money, they've worked very hard for it, they've been very successful, and they understand the value of money, and they're not weeing it away on stupid stuff that frankly is ridiculous, then it says that they know the value of that money. Then you've got the other half, or the another percentage of people that simply seem to exist just to go on Instagram to showcase exactly what they're doing with money, what money gets them, what that notoriety on social media gets them, and that must garner some sort of self-worth. I'm not touching that. However, money is something we all have to work for. We have to have money to survive. Some people are very, very, very fortunate to be born into families or cultures where there is a lot of riches, there's a lot of natural wealth. Whether or not that it's generational wealth, or whether parents have worked very hard to get where they are and naturally want their children to succeed. Even then, you've got the question mark of, would you allow your children to suffer for a while to recognise what the value of money is, or would you simply just let them inherit that wealth so you could show them an easier upbringing that you never had? There's so many forks in the road that I could go with this topic, and I don't really want to touch them all right now. I think it's very, very important growing up to know the value of money. I grew up not very well off at all. There were times where money was very, very tight and we had to just make do with what we had. And I had friends that were very, very well off, and it seemed as if they had never had any difficulty with that sort of thing. I firmly believe every child should grow up knowing the value of money, and I've always been very, very strict about that. If I had children myself, I obviously wouldn't see them come to any harm and like financial ruin or anything like that, but at the same time, if they want pocket money, they're working for it. They're understanding exactly what that value of hard work returns back to you. I think it's great as parents that you want to make sure that your kids share in your wealth, and that's your prerogative. Absolutely not here to slate that at all. My own personal belief is that a child needs to grow up with a really healthy relationship with money, or they are going to suffer at some point. When I first started getting pocket money, I think my nan used to give me pocket money. I used to just squander it away on sweets and stupid things I didn't really need. When you're a kid, you're going to do that. That's the nature of the beast. You're given money for the very first time. It's up to you what you do with it. There's not really any rules for a lot of people. Same with a savings account. A lot of people have savings accounts for their children. They typically not allowed to touch till they're 18, 21, something like that, which is a really great idea because they're learning the value of money up until early adulthood, and then they've got access to resources for like further education or housing or whatever they want to do. That's great for them. If we're not careful, money can just really take over us, really, and it becomes such a crux with people. People need to know the basic terms of budgeting, not spending it outside their means, being able to have the opportunity to work for that money. I appreciate not everyone is able to, whether physically or mentally, be able to work for their own money. Again, I'm not touching that. I'm simply just talking about money in general and what my philosophy is on that. And I think everyone should know the value of it. Everyone should know the value of hard work in regards to what they're able to do. If we're not careful, it can become the root of all evil. It's one of those things that you can either choose to do good with or be neutral with, or potentially do a lot of bad or damage with. And that's how people get in debt. They overspend beyond their means. They haven't budgeted properly. They might have, to play devil's advocate, more likely than not, they've had situations where they've simply just needed to make ends meet. And that is an unfortunate reality of being born or being a part of a world with a cost of living crisis, especially in this country where the bills are going up, wages are not catching up at the same rate. And again, I'm not touching that. My philosophy on money: appreciate what you have. Sometimes you need to prioritize and work hard in order to attain what you want, whether or not that's through further education, further training, other opportunities that may present themselves. Some people like to better themselves in that sense, just so they have the opportunity to potentially earn money, more money, more success later in life. Again, if they're able to do that, that's brilliant. I am always very interested that those who have nothing are always the most richest. I think that's such a good metaphor for life. We are so lucky to be born in a country that is not war-torn, that is prosperous, that I can walk down the road safely in. I don't need to be mindful of being a woman. I don't need to be mindful of my rights, of basic respect. I can go to education. I can have whatever job I'm trained to do. Most of all, we are very lucky to be born into a country that offers financial support to those who need it. Unfortunately, that is taken advantage of insanely. And that is unfortunate because there are people that really, really need that support. Money is the lifeblood of everything we do and the life that we lead. And as much as that hangs over us, there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to live the best life we can. If we have the ability to better ourselves, to earn more money, that's brilliant. But my own children, if I ever had any, would know the value, or I would hope that I could instill the value, because you can't just go out these days and get a £50 phone contract for nothing. And I think a lot of kids these days go, I'd like those shoes, they're only £100. And I'm like, whoa, £100? If you're in the place in your life you can afford that, great for you. I'm not. But what we decide to do with our money is our karma, is our prerogative. All we can do is hope to live the best life possible, make it a lesson for those that come after us, and hopefully live a very comfortable life that we're not want for anything. And that's my philosophy. Have a good day, guys.